Alright guys, what is up? Welcome to today's video. We are doing a special storytime ghost story video today. According to these two, there's been quite a few occurrences at my parents' house, which is where we're filming right now, of like hauntings. And the cool thing about it is that the hauntings that both of them have seen and some other people have seen, it always comes back to the same sort of like image ghost type thing. So we're gonna talk about it a bit. You guys can talk about your stories, and then the best part of the video is we actually, one night when Tim was still living here, we bought a webcam, filmed him the entire night, like 8 hours of footage. We just went through it quickly and we found a few pretty cool things that we're gonna look at, and we'll put up on screen for you guys while we're watching it.
Don't worry, there's no jump scares or anything, no special effects.
No.
Like,
this is just a really crappy webcam with like super high saturation and the brightness turned all the way up.
Yeah.
So the colors are like, or the darkness seems like it's a little bit brighter than it should be.
And just a warning for those of you that get scared really easily, like, just...
It's not terrifying, it's kind of, it's a little bit creepy. It's a little bit creepy.
Nothing's gonna pop out of you, just letting you know.
But it also might just be us being crazy and believing too much in it.
No.
Maybe a little bit.
But no, I've experienced it my whole life, there's no way it's fake.
Also, like, Dan doesn't believe in this kind of stuff, so it's gonna be interesting.
Okay, so let's start by you guys just like explaining the couple of times or whatever you've seen it happen.
Okay, Tim, go first.
Okay, so yes, I've grown up here my whole life, and I grew up in the bedroom that we filmed in. Was my bedroom from like, I would say 8 to 14. I lived in that bedroom. Always, I would have like weird experiences where in the middle of the night I would wake up and I'd just be asleep like on my pillow, and I'd wake up and right in front of me I'd see like a face. Or I'd wake up like lying on my back and I'd look up, and in the background of the bedroom in the darkness there was like a shape of a man, an older man, that was like sort of bald, white t-shirt, jeans, didn't look like my dad, like it looked like an old man, and it's just always there in the background, and I would just see it. I would never like communicate with it. No, there's never any like communication between the two of us. It was just like I'd see this, and I wouldn't be terrified like in the sleep paralysis kind of thing, but I'd be just staring at it, and I just close my eyes and then wait for it to go away and then just go back to sleep. And then that was the only ever experience I ever had. It never felt like a bad ghost.
You never felt scared.
I never felt threatened by the ghost.
Yeah.
It just was there, and I would just see it, and I would experience it, and then that would be it.
For me, I talked about this in another vlog, I'll just kind of say it again quickly, but every time I sleep here, and especially over the course of this past 6 months, I'd say, I kept having these sleep paralysis episodes where I'd wake up, but like I wasn't awake, but I was awake. You know, it makes no sense. But I was like literally paralyzed. I couldn't move anything. I couldn't move my head. I couldn't move my mouth to speak. And I would always be looking towards the door, and I would see a man walking towards me, like an old man, but he wasn't wearing jeans or a white top. He was in a robe. And it was like a bathrobe? Yeah, like a bathrobe, and it was pinstriped, and he had slippers on, but he was definitely an old man, but I could never make out his face. It was always kind of like shadowed, or like...
Was he bald, like Tim said?
Yeah, kind of baldish. And he would, but for me, I would feel terrified. Like, I'd be feeling so scared, and like he'd be walking, and as he was getting closer and closer, all I wanted to do was scream, but I couldn't move, and then I would like wake up again and be like in sweat, like freaking out.
Sleep paralysis.
Yeah, that. And then when Dan told me about Tim, I was like, hey, that's weird. And then his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, this is another thing. I had an ex-girlfriend from a couple years ago. One day she was upstairs, and I'd actually switched rooms into another room with a shared wall.
The bigger bedroom upstairs used to be for our sister.
Yes.
When she moved out, I took it.
Yeah.
And then when I moved to Quebec City, he took it.
Yeah.
So this is when he moved into the bigger room, which shares a wall with his old room.
Yeah, shares a wall with the old room. One day she went upstairs and hid in the closet that's on that shared wall, just to like whatever scare me as I walked upstairs. But as she was in there and closed the door, and in the blackness or the darkness, she just saw the image of the man. And she said that she like talked with it, but she never really told me what she said, but she said she saw the exact same man, told me about it, said old man, white t-shirt, jeans, saw the same guy. And then that was it. And I like, that was when I was sort of not confirmed, like I knew like for sure maybe there was something, because when we did the filming the first time I was too lazy to look through the footage because there was so much.
It's like 8 hours of footage.
It's like 8 hours of footage, so I kind of like skip, and I didn't really see anything, and I just let it go, and I was like, yeah, whatever, it's not really anything. But then when that happened, I was a little bit more like, oh wow, okay, something might actually be here.
And also he's never, as like when he's moved out, he's never experienced
Exactly. Since I've moved out, it's been about a year and like 2 or 3 months now. I've experienced nothing. Like I haven't felt anything the same. I haven't seen the same thing. I haven't felt the presence. I haven't like anything along those lines. It's just when I was living here. So
the interesting thing too about the ex-girlfriend that he had that saw it is she was like kind of connected with that spiritual world because she was from the Philippines.
Yeah.
And she told us of this like urban legend, like spiritual thing in the Philippines about being it's called an aswang.
Yeah,
Aswang.
Where you're like a part vampire werewolf. It's like
You can Google it.
Yeah, it's like folklore of Filipino people, and if you're from the Philippines, you'll probably know about this. And she said she was one, and it's in her blood. Her grandmother was one, and she was gonna become one, so that's why her parents moved her here. To
That's
Canada.
the story she told me. But no, it shows that it's sort of like a connection with that
like
world.
The fact that she's the one
that she's the one that experienced it.
It's like kind of cool that it's connected.
Yeah.
What are
Okay.
your thoughts on this though?
I don't know. I've never seen anything or heard anything or like had any experience whatsoever, so like it's hard for me to believe it because I've never ever had anything remotely close to that. And I'm also not like, I don't think that way when I see something. Like I don't automatically assume it's like spiritual or like a ghost. I usually think of a more like logical. I'm like, oh, it's this or that. Like the very first time we rewatched your footage overnight, we heard this loud noise and like footsteps, like clear as day, like 10 steps in a row.
Yeah. And me and Tim were freaking out.
They were both freaking out. And then I looked at the video and the time that it was, and it was exactly when my dad's alarm goes off for work, right before he goes to work every morning. Like he always wakes up at the same time. And it was just him walking to the bathroom. And then the weird noise we heard was him flushing the toilet. So like I thought of that logically right away, and then we realized
that's why I put away the video and I didn't really look at it. Like I just stopped looking at it. But then today
we found a few pretty cool things. So we're gonna watch it live and react to it, and I'll put it up on the screen so you guys are like watching it with us. So when
are we allowed to say that? React?
It's
whole thing now? I don't know. How am I supposed to
reactions are copyrighted.
I don't know.
Fine Brothers are gonna strike us down.
What we're watching, you're gonna be watching at the same time.
Yeah.
No, it's clicking.
So you hear like a small click and then a bigger click, like a some sort of a noise. Okay, so we'll watch it again here. Yeah, so you can hear.
But like Tim is just like lying flat.
Yeah, I'm lying flat, and that's a click. Like that's a
distinct noise.
That's like a door clicking against the
something.
Whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so now this one is interesting because I just watched it in rewind as I'm like trying to get to it, and you can kind of see it. So we're gonna watch.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I don't like that. There's a freaking face.
You can like see it appear and disappear.
Oh, and it moves. Oh my god,
so
it moves.
It looks like there's a face that appears. So I'm gonna put it up on full screen, and it's about like it's about 20 seconds. So we're gonna watch it, and maybe I'll play it and fast forward.
Go full screen.
You're gonna sort of see like a face appear.
There's also noises.
Breathing. So I'm gonna put a circle around where the face is gonna appear.
Oh my god.
It actually looks better in fast motion. You can see it appear.
Oh my god.
Some sort of a shape over Tim's bed. Okay, let's go to the next thing we found.
It's like it's really bad quality webcam as well. Like I have a 1080p one now at my place, so I wish I would have had that at that time and used that to film because the colors on it are way better.
Yeah.
So we're kind of stuck in this. Sponsored by Subway. We're stuck in like a
sponsored by Subway. Eat fresh. Actually not.
It's not.
Okay.
Have they sponsored me though?
Okay guys, we're gonna take a brief intermission because I found a whole bunch of really creepy stuff while editing in a Final Cut because you can see the audio spikes and it's really easy to find when there's loud noises because I just scroll through it and I see the spike in the audio. So I'm gonna insert a bunch of clips here for you guys and we'll go back to the story time.
You need to throw from up here, it doesn't go anywhere. You hit the roof or you hit like my chair. You're just gonna fall to the floor. Alright, so what else is
Okay, let's watch this next one. I think this one's noises again. I think that was the one. It was the breathing that sounded really close to the microphone.
Yeah, we
so we'll listen to it
we
again.
played it on a speaker in the other room, and we plugged it in with an auxiliary cord, and we blasted the volume, and it didn't sound like it was me breathing. It sounded like it was on the microphone.
Because
Yeah.
you could hear him breathing in other parts, and it was like, okay,
It's
that's
like-
him breathing, and then all of a sudden it's like close.
When you
Yeah.
breathe on a microphone, it goes like.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Was that the part where it was super wavy as well beforehand?
Sort
It
of.
goes like.
But it's because we're listening it to now just on the
Yeah,
laptop.
it's not as good quality.
Okay, so we're gonna watch it again. Yeah, see, it sounds really quiet now, but before it sounded really close to the microphone.
We needed to,
So
like,
we'll see if in the final cut or whatever,
If it looks-
you can
yeah, if you
blast
can
the
hear it.
volume on it and see if it's louder.
All right, we're gonna look for some more.
Oh, this is the one. This is me talking, huh?
It almost sounds like he's talking to someone, so we're gonna
Because
listen.
I ask a question.
It sounds like
pause.
there's something, and then it sounds like he responds to it.
Yeah.
Do you learn French? Whoa, no.
So to me, what I hear is, did you learn French or something? And then a pause with a bit of noise that kind of could sound like an answer, and then he says, "Oh no."
Yeah, I go like, oh no.
I've heard him sleep talk before.
Yeah,
When he sleep
many
talks,
times,
it's like
yeah.
not like a conversation. It's always
Yeah,
like
it makes no
gibberish
sense. It's gibberish.
and,
It's
like,
just
not, like,
random
English.
words and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this last one to me was kind of the most interesting.
It's really weird.
Why? I didn't
Because
see
you're
this
just gonna
one.
get. You
She
didn't
hasn't
see
seen it
this
yet, so this is gonna be a cool one for her.
So this is right near the end of the video, and
The
you can
sun
see the
has come
sun
up.
is actually up and blasting through my window. So that's why it's super bright.
Yeah.
It's because we had pushed the brightness so far that now it's just completely oversaturated and it's all crummy.
Do you guys see that? It goes really dark, and as it goes dark, you hear like a
There's
step.
a footstep.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Okay, it's because again we were on really good speakers.
But you're gonna hear a little knock.
Oh.
As it goes dark.
Right as
And-
it goes dark, it's and then through, and then that's it.
The interesting thing too is that like the way that room is set up, the window, it's like really close to a neighbor's house.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have been like something passing by the window
Yeah.
on the outside to make it go dark like that. Like it legit had, it almost seems like it had to be something inside the room passing in front of the window. Either that or a cloud went through the sun and like the whole world went dark for a couple seconds. You know?
But it had to be like a perfect. But it's the fact that it was that short of a like pass through.
2 seconds.
Pass through, almost like someone walking, blocking of the sun, and two, the step of the noise.
Potentially.
When I get nervous, I really tug on my hair.
Yeah,
This
because
whole
you're
video,
like
I've been
pulling
like,
your hair.
Okay, we'll watch it one more time here.
oh, okay.
Like it's just
Very interesting.
It's one step through.
I have chills. Someone told me that when you have chills, it means it's the truth.
Maybe. You
That's
guys
the
can
story.
come to your own conclusion. I'm not sure if I really think it's true or not, but it is very interesting, and that's the best part about it, is it's very, very
We filmed
interesting.
Brody during one of his naps.
Oh god. Let us know in the comment section if you have experienced this kind of thing, or if you believe in it, you don't believe in it. What
What
is
are your
thoughts?
stories?
Yeah, like
Have
do
you
you
have
have any
any
cool
stories?
stories?
Like, I want to know, or if you know someone that has had, I want to like read them in the comments and
Yeah.
then not be able to sleep.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
But anyways, we hope you guys enjoyed that video. It's a little bit different. I thought it was pretty cool though. I thought it was
Yeah,
really
it
interesting.
was-
Going
it
through the
was- we needed
footage
to do
was
that.
really fun. So if you guys did enjoy this kind of video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you want to see more videos and get notified when we upload. And have a wonderful day, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.